Right, hello guys, Luton here, and update for you on what is happening tonight and in general for future, a little update here. So a couple of things I wanted to go over. First of all, tonight we're going to be doing, I hope anyway, a campaign mission. So campaign missions are basically where the guys have to attack and assault various towns. They can choose the sequence, the order, and I kind of play it by ear, and I sort of, insert units, and overall it has a kind of grander feel to it. It has like a whole kind of engagement going on, which works in a very interesting dynamic. So that's what we're going to be running tonight on the live stream. It will be, as usual, a standard public session, so people can kind of get involved, get in the mix, and hopefully have some good fun. The details about that down below as usual, guys. So if you want to participate, and as I say, you have the tags for me, Liru will be running a mission alongside that, where basically he'll be running just, again, standard mission operations. So if people want to get involved there, they can do. But I will just say, so that's happening tonight, and that's happening on my live stream, standard times as usual, and click the link below if you want to find out more information about that. And then the update about other stuff that's happening is that basically Friday missions, I think I'm going to be changing up the Friday stuff on the live stream, because we've been doing the Armor Zeus operations for a long time now, for about a year now, I guess. And, I think that the Friday missions needs to change up a little bit. And there's a couple of different reasons for that. But one of the main reasons is that I think that people, from what I have seen anyway, from doing different styles of live stream, I think that I see people enjoying more of a kind of Armor hangout on a Friday. A bit more fun, a bit more interactive, where it's less focus on just like, okay, me creating a Zeus mission, and a bit more about kind of like just discussing about the game and just having fun. So that's kind of like maybe doing mission builds where we just kind of, it's more like, it's more low key, it's more kind of personal, it's not so strict and tight, and this and this and this, and we are just kind of having a good time, talking it out. And maybe we're doing some, like, checking out some mods, maybe we're doing some PvP. I've been working at creating some COD 4 maps in Armor right now, because those were great sort of close quarter maps, so looking at maybe some things like that. So there's a whole different range of stuff, and of course we can still do Zeus in there as well. Not saying we're not going to do it, but it's just like it may be part and parcel. And it may be that the Friday missions I sort of record less and stream it more, if that makes sense. So worry less about, like, is this going to be fine for a record, and just literally live stream it, have some fun with it, and not worry about that side of things. And I think that will create a better dynamic, and I think people will enjoy that more, have more fun with it. And I want to be able to, like, you think about like a Friday night, you want to kind of like have fun and just like chill out and just talk to people about stuff. So I think that's going to be a bit more of kind of what I have going on there, just having a good time with it. And again, like I've said before, there's some missions and maybe other YouTubers that I want to get involved with to get sort of having some just kind of fun operations there. So I think that could be a cool thing, and that's why I'm going to try and lead the Friday night stuff anyway, going into the new year. I think that'll be beneficial. I think it'll be a positive thing, and I'm pretty sure that based on the reactions of some of my other streams that I've done these different things, that's all going to work. So I'm looking forward to sort of starting that out. Actually, I'm looking forward to being able to do like a Friday night where it's just good fun and we're just kind of getting in there, as opposed to like, I mean, a lot of the time as well, I'm having to consider all the time whilst I'm doing this, what's happening in the mission, what's this, logistics, worrying about what everyone's doing, and that's kind of, it takes your attention away from it. But that's not to say that we're not going to be doing the Zeus operations, of course. I think that Monday will become the Zeus operations, but Monday will be a bit more regimented, and, I think as well, when you're doing that, when you're actually doing a Zeus operation, you want to see that regimenting, and you want to see the kind of players having a bit more about them. And my Monday missions tend to generally be the more kind of closed sessions. And, I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but we still want to do the public stuff. Yeah, I hear that, but, there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of ways to get into these things. And I think that more often than not, what I tend to see with my Zeus missions is that, even though you're doing these public sessions, what that means is that those Zeus operations, in order for them to be successful and in order for them to work, you're very reliant on the people that are participating in those in having like at least a basic competency, and that's not always the case. And that's not to say, that you always want to be open to all people, but at the same time, there's just reality. There's just reality hitting you in the face, where like when you have a lot of people queuing up, like or a lot of people waiting to play a mission, and then sort of a quarter or third of that mission are maybe like not got their head in the game, that can create problems. It can waste a lot of people's time, and also it can just sometimes not be that interesting to watch when you have a lot of people just standing around and they're not quite sure what to do, and they're not just kind of being proactive and getting involved. That can be something that is, you know, as I say, not particularly interesting, not particularly interesting to Zeus, not particularly interesting to watch, and not particularly interesting to play. So sometimes you really do need to get that going on where you have that kind of attention and focus and drive from the people that are playing. And that leads me into my next point, which is that, you know, I haven't got everything lined out, but there's some announcements that are going to be coming up in the new year, so you guys need to stay tuned for that. And there's a project that I've been working on, which I hope is going to pull together, and I think it's going to be pretty awesome, actually. I think it's going to take me forward into like the next stage of what I'm doing with this stuff. And there's multiple factors with it. I can't really sort of get into it more, but I just wanted to sort of give a heads up that basically I'm making some decisions about the way I'm running things here, and those things are going to continue to change up. So it's just something to be aware of. But as I say, stay tuned for the new year. There's going to be some announcements related to that. And also, I haven't forgotten about the whole thing that we said about with Battlefield 3 and setting the server up there. That's still something that's on the table. I just haven't had the time or the setup to address that, but that will be something that I'm looking at also in the new year, so don't worry, that's still on the table. And again, I think that there's something that some of you guys who've been watching me for a while now, and you know, I made a kind of a vague resolution in 2016 where I said that I wanted to, it's not like a definitive, but I said I wanted to stop playing public servers for all games in 2017 even. I was like, I'm done with public missions, because for all of those reasons. And I think that many people who watch this channel and have watched me for a long time are pretty much on the same page when it comes to that. So I'd say my plans going into the new year might assist with that and might sort of link into that, so we'll see where we are with things, right? But anyway, so that's where we are for now. So tonight, guys, we're going to be playing hopefully a campaign mission. Hopefully we get back on track with armor. Crashing and general stability has been better after we've been implementing a few changes lately, but other than that, all good. So thanks for watching, guys. Thoughts about that change up for the Friday in terms of making things a bit more open, a bit more inclusive, a bit more sort of bit more energy, a bit more sort of discussion, a bit more of a hangout, a bit more of a Friday chill out, maybe a few drinks, just like hanging out, messing with some armor, like maybe we'll do some missions, PvP, build it, get involved, that's the kind of thing that we're heading for in that direction. And then obviously, let's say we're building a mission, we build that mission and you get to see it and you get to interact with it, and then you take it into the Monday. So, there's a whole element with that kind of crossover. And I think that dynamic could work quite well, better perhaps than doing like sort of just 2 individual Zeus missions. Anyway, that's where we're heading towards. All right, guys, so thanks for watching. Hope to see some of you tonight, and also, I guess, heading towards Christmas. So, see you next time, guys.